Check, check, check. Internet, outernet, intranet, and everything in between. Welcome back to Wax Wednesday. We're just chilling, continuing our world travels that we started last week. Thank you. I brought too many records last week. So I was really just kind of glossing over certain things, and so I wanted to go run it back. Going to revisit a couple of things from last week, and then we are going to finish our trip around the world and hit some parts of the world that we didn't get to last week. So yeah, it's gonna be a good time. Right now we're listening to Fabienne Del Sol. Her album 4. She is a French-born musician that currently resides in the UK. So once we get through with some of these, we're going to go to a few other UK-based artists that may or may not be playing music that would be traditionally English. So Maya, what were you doing at HEB earlier today?
Could ask you the same thing.
I'm only going to speak to you in inside jokes today. So no one in the stream knows what's happening. got something. I'm not sure why, but I find Dusty wearing a backpack to be stressful. What's he doing? What's he packing in there? What are his intentions? A ne'er-do-well. What are you doing? See, you're stressing me out. So you're meandering.
There's a lot of stuff going on.
There's a lot of stuff going on. In the world,
Ohio.
every vehicle is loaded with toxic chemicals these days, apparently. You gotta change the name of your iPad at some point. It's just too much. Was that a sound effect or was that coming from outside?
I had my music playing in this shop through my iPad. Yeah.
Oh man.
There's a lot going on.
How'd we feel about that?
It was great.
Vibe, not a vibe?
Vibe. You see what Kylie said?
Mm-mm.
Me likey this song.
She would.
Also, Erica Valdez. Hi, I just wanted to pop in and say I love all your music. Yo soy de Cumbia City 361 represent. Probably Dusty's.
Representa.
Probably Dusty's channel.
I mean, I don't know if we love all his music, right?
Working on the wrong side. What you gonna do? You can't win, so you know you must lose. We know which way you're going. We know which way you're going. Brothers on the side. What you gonna hide? Wrecking your folks' name. It's a shame, but it's okay. We know
booed up.
which way you're going.
Have you ever heard that song "Boot Up"
We know
by Ella May?
which way you're going.
Ellie Mae?
I know you're talking about.
I think she's dating Jason Tatum, or Jason Tatum's dating her.
We're doing all that we
That song "Boot Up" is like a master class in pop music.
Okay, okay.
Getting closer day by day. Gonna put you away.
See those hips move, best boy.
Brothers on the slide. Soon you'll be inside. Know what they'll do to you. Make you pay a fall with you. We know which way you go. We know which way you go. Slowly sliding, you're doing all that you can. Slowly sliding, but so is the man. Slowly sliding, getting closer day by day. Slowly sliding, gonna put you away. Which way you go? We know which way you go. We know which way you go. We know.
If anybody's got a lead on an original pressing of this record, let me know. Oh, that's scary. Oh, man.
Which way you go?
All sorts of acrobatics taking place in the studio right now. Best boy put his life on the line for that chair.
That's what I do.
Slow jams, anybody? No? I don't know. What's the vibe this week? What's everyone's vibe this week?
Your vibe this week.
Is it a mellow vibe? Is it a manic vibe? Is it an energetic vibe? Just in general, the vibe. The zeitgeist. Collectively as a nation, what is our vibe?
It is. Well, that just changed it. Now that you said it. 'Cause we got what? 3 train derailments.
Chemicals.
We got chemicals on the air creating acid rain.
That's the vibe. Look. Right there.
Funk. On the treadmill vibe. Dang, she's already at the gym.
Personalities. That's the vibe.
That is the vibe.
Like whichever one.
Okay, maybe that's not the vibe then.
Step me for the people.
All right, there you go, GMC. There's a little funk.
Give me the will to see me through. Then he said, you know, the strength in you. Knowing what to say, knowing what you do. People on the outside believe in you. If you find the way to the thing you see, everything you say must have been as true. Change all my values for the things I knew. Don't let me down, put my trust in you.
know how you achieve that bass tone. It's like very clean, very buttery.
Change all my values for things I knew. Don't let me down.
Trade secret.
Trade secret?
You'll never know.
Mariano!
Knowing what you do.
Tell me!
People on the outside believing
I had to
if you want to
learn all the bass parts for Ambrose Brown.
everything you say. Disappear as true.
You're right, I didn't. Sorry. I didn't. I don't want to lie to the good people at home.
Knowing what you say.
You mean John?
Knowing what you do. People on the outside
No.
believing you.
Exposed.
If you want to wait.
Everyone keeps referring to him. Oh, I'm going to John's party. Who the fuck is John?
How did you know about John's party? You weren't supposed to know.
It's a secret.
All right, let's get a little Osabisa, London-based Afro rock funk fusion outfit.
I'm halfway.
Always had the best album art.
Go Croco. The call of togetherness. You call it hide and seek. Oh, cock a doodle do. We call it go Croco. This is the game we play when we were young. So let's try to be young once again and join in the fun game. Hey, everybody. Kofi Anante, Anante. Machina Masu. Amani Amune. Naya Ducie. Ajue. Mamie. Unamanie. Omiakwe. Go Croco. Go Croco. Go Croco. Hey, you over there. What's your name? Jack Toronto. Shout when I'm talking to you, man. Do your thing, man. Go Croco. 7. Go Croco. 8. Hey, I can hear you. 9. Oh, that's beautiful. To 10. Oh, I agree on that part. And a confetti. No, it's supposed to be Boasua. Not down for Bakwama. Oh, Niagara. Oh, no, I say. So, we have body joke. Any man can eat. And I'm a money I show. How did she? Some of Babanye. Go fit in the
That's some news right now. Breaking news. I think you should leave season 3.
What about it?
April 27th.
April 27th? Fuck yeah. Hell yeah. Let's go.
Go Croco! Go Croco!
No, come on. Give me a siren. Give me a good one. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
People standing over there with a big mouth shouting, hey, let's go! 7. Go Croco!
Hello.
Go Croco! Everybody join me.
Perfectly on beat with the song. I can't see, so I don't know what camera we're on. All right, there's a camera here, camera there. Tell us what you got going on.
even hotter wings, even hotter guests.
Show with hot questions and even hotter beats. What are you guys whispering about over there?
He's painting his nails.
This is unrelated to that, but announced recently, March 7th, at the Oasis Whiskey Library, I am doing an Oscars pre-party DJ night. And it's going to be sick. I'm going to play all of my favorite songs from film.
It's called film.
It's called Kino. What a fool. Yeah, it's going to be sick. There's going to be a red carpet también. And hot records. That being said, I do need a copy of Space Oddity by David Bowie. If anybody's got that and wants to come through for Jaboy, please let me know. Nope. All right. It be your own people sometimes. Doesn't it just make you want to?
It does.
Just want to. Reservoir Dogs goes dummy hard.
Dummy hard.
That's stuck in the middle, right? When he's like torturing that guy and he's singing
In what? In what movie?
Michael Madsen? Michael Madsen in Reservoir Dogs. There's like that big scene where he's like torturing that dude.
And he's sitting in the chair?
Yeah, and Michael Madsen singing like a pop song. It's stuck in the middle, right?
I don't know.
I think it is.
I know what scene you're talking about.
Stuck in the middle.
Yep.
Do y'all have like go-to party records? Where you're just like trying to have a good time, and if you put this record on, you'll just be jazzed. You'll be pumped.
Whenever people have me on Aux and I like don't know what the vibe is, because there's like just different groups of people there.
Yeah.
Something that like never disappoints is by starting my playlist with Biz Markie.
Just a friend.
Yeah. Because then everybody just goes you, and so everybody like already does something together, so it kind of unifies the whole party. So I always start with that one. I think it's safe.
It's very safe. It's actually.
It also gauges everything.
Yeah. It's funny, in especially like event DJing, there's a lot of back and forth between people about quick. Did you mute me, Maya? About quick mixing versus like playing full songs, and there's like
quick mixing, like jumping between songs.
Quick mixing, like first verse, chorus, next song, or like as opposed to playing like the entire song. And there's a lot of DJs that think you should never ever play a full song ever. And then there's some that are like, oh, it depends. And then there's some that are always like, or that'll say like, no, I always play full songs. That's what people want to hear. But Just a Friend is one that quick mixers will always be like, nobody wants to hear that whole fucking song. They want to hear the first first,
the first verse that
verse
kinda
and
goes
then the
into
hook, and then you get out.
Turn that
What?
down. Turn the speakers down.
Me?
Yeah. The speakers have to come down a little bit. Yeah.
So where do you land on that spectrum?
Play the whole song, Colin. There he is. Didn't come to the store today because he didn't see my car. I'm a mysterious man. You can't track me down. You
It's
never
true.
know where I'm going to be.
The IRS came to my house looking for you.
Okay, so not the same thing, but
They can't find you.
there was a guy I went to high school with. Just a little backstory on this man. One of the smartest people in our entire school was always on the verge of failing. He never, ever turned in any assignment, like for almost the entirety of high school. He would just get hundreds on every test, and it would like balance out that he would pass. And he didn't give a shit about anything else. But, you know, clearly one of those guys that is smart enough to work around like the system or like find loopholes or, you know, had that kind of thing about him. So one time he got a speeding ticket and said, I'm not paying this, fuck that, and just never paid it. And then there was a warrant out for his arrest, because that's what happens when you don't pay tickets. And then eventually the warrant was out long enough that people started coming looking for him. And a cop knocks on his door one day and says, like, hello, are you so-and-so? And he was like, no. And the cop was like, do you know when he'll be back in? And he was like, no. And he was like, well, if he comes back, can you give me a call? And they like handed him his card, and he was like, sure thing. And then the cop left. That was it.
Is he still just out there? Or?
I mean, this was 15 years ago at this point, probably. I'm sure he paid the ticket
He's
eventually.
in jail now.
But, well,
He's still on the run.
I think he joined the army at one point.
That's on the run.
It cancels out. No, it
And then
cancels out.
ended up in like some nuclear thing because he's super smart or whatever.
I thought it was like an unfortunate
No, he's in.
thing.
He
He's
was
like,
in
and
Ohio.
then he ended up in a nuclear accident.
No, he was like
And
he
now he's
got
stuck in Manhattan.
he got put in some like high level program because he's a fucking genius or whatever.
Good for him.
But that's you know how sometimes people will say stuff like the most brilliant ideas are like the really simple ones or the ones that always seem like they've always been a thing or whatever. Like that's the type of shit where it's like nobody else would have thought you could do that. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah, I think about that. Why people don't do that enough.
if a cop came to my door, I'd just be too scared, and I would just be like, "Oh shit!" And like, but he just was like, "I know what you are and are not capable of doing in this moment." And I got your number.
So as we learned, like the learned protocol when that happens is like, are you so and so? You gotta say no, and then you won't be served. But what if this situation is like, are you Carlos Cooper? And then you go, who's asking? Like, are you by default admitting that you're Carlos Cooper, or is it like who's asking? And then it's like, we're trying to search some papers. Do you know when he'll be back? Or is it gonna be like, you've been served? No, because you need to admit your identity, right?
I think you have to
Be
cop
clear.
to it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I did something similar to that once when I was a freshman in high school. It definitely depends on how long the gig is. It's a stone cold fact.
Yeah.
But when I was in high school, the first girl that I ever like quote unquote like dated, big quotation marks on that, had an ex that was like not super stoked with me about the situation, right? And so one day he went to another school, another high school for me. One day shows up with his boys, looking for trouble. He knew I was going to be out at the soccer fields because I played soccer in high school, and so him and his boys, they come to the fence, which is like right behind the bleachers that I'm sitting on. I'm sitting there with it was me and Nathan.
Nate?
Nate, yeah.
Shout out Nate.
I think this year will be like 16 years that he and I have been friends. Maybe 15, but anyway. So he and I are sitting there, right? And these guys come up, and because of where I met this girl, I met her in a class where there was another Carlos, so our teacher called me by my last name. So these guys come up. They clearly want to like beat the crap out of me, right? I'm 14, 5'6".
Did you want to fight also?
No,
Were you
no.
like, let's go?
No.
Okay.
No, because I was 14, probably 5'5", 5'6", 90 pounds, 95 pounds. I wasn't gonna fight anybody.
I was 5'5", 5 pounds.
Had the most punchable face.
I've always had a punchable face, but these guys, they come up and they're like, "Yo, you know where Cooper is?" Or like, "Oh, are you Cooper?" Or something
They
like
go to
that.
you?
Yeah, to me. And but they call me by my last name because that's how she knew me, and so that's how she would talk about me, was by my last name. But that's not technically my name. And I was like, "Nah, I don't know who that is." And
like,
they just
"I'm
kept
Carlos."
going, and they just kept going, and started asking more people. And then it wasn't until about 5 minutes later when this girl who was on the girls' soccer team that was in our grade got asked the same question.
Are you Cooper?
Didn't say anything. No, like, do you know where he is or whatever? So she got asked that question, didn't really say anything, but then immediately like jogged over to where I was sitting and was like, "Hey, I think those guys are looking for you." And I was like, "Yeah, they didn't know who I was until right now, when you came over immediately after they asked you that question." The whole thing. And then like an entire soccer team's worth of people were like, "Yo, what's up? What are you trying to do? What's good?" And the coach called the cops. The guys left. And then I left before
They called the cops?
The coach did.
Damn.
Because it got like to a point where like there was large groups. There was like 5 of them and then like 11 of us. And everyone's yelling at each other and, you know.
Shout out the coach for like doing something about it. Because like if it was any of the coaches that I went to school with, it would have been like
Figured out.
not figured out. But it's like if people came, like from another school were like, "We're here to beat up Ryan," they'd be like, "Whoa! Well, over here, we don't tolerate that. Ain't that right, boy? Go show him." And like I wasn't even in a sport. That's just my PE coach instigating. He was a hater. He was a
Most
hater.
PE coaches are haters. I feel.
Yeah.
Like most high school PE coaches. Elementary school PE coaches.
They used to hate me because
Chill
I
as
didn't want
fuck
to change
usually.
the shorts.
I never did either.
Hell yeah, solidarity.
Why am I'm gonna change for 20 minutes?
I would just get made fun of because like my hair on my legs was like blonde at that age, so it looked like I shaved my legs.
What age is this?
Like 15.
Dude, what a weirdo, dude. Ew.
Probably barely even had hair on my legs at that point. Just barely.
He's making fun of you.
Who's making fun of me?
No, you're making fun of me.
No. Agree.
No, Maya, you're making fun of
Similar
us.
situation.
Yes.
Just because Maya's had a full beard since kindergarten.
That's true.
I got a phone call from my sister. Like speaking of high school, my sister's 16, and I got a phone call from her like 2-3 days ago. She was like, "Hey, I just want to call you just to tell you I'm safe. I just want to call someone." I'm like, "Are you good?" And she's like, "Yeah, don't tell mom, but the party that I was at got raided." And I was like, "Yo, what?" And apparently, like, they were all being too loud. But I'm like, what happened? Are y'all good? And she's like, "No, yeah, everyone's leaving now, but like everybody just turned off the lights and the music, and people were hiding behind bushes in the backyard, and the rest of us just ran inside and closed the windows."
Like book smart.
Yeah.
Or like The Sopranos, which I'm currently
seen it.
watching.
What season are you on?
And it's 2.
I gotta start that.
But there was an episode that's there was a party that got raided.
Were you ever at a party that got raided?
No, I don't think so. No. I wasn't a party kid.
No.
Well, well, first of all, I didn't get invited to parties in high school.
You know what? Same. I wasn't a party kid until after high school.
Second of all, even if I did, I would not have gone probably. I was too punk.
Too punk.
Too punk.
So you never went to a show that got.
I mean, we had the cops called on us at house shows all the time, but we weren't really doing anything other than like playing loud music.
Just being loud.
That's pretty much it. Yeah, I never was at a party that got raided.
I got thrown over a fence before.
Cops bust in right now.
No, that'd
Are
be
you Carlos Cooper?
Did it run in? Are you Cooper?
Like, I heard you're looking to fulfill a bucket list item of being at a party that was rated. Kylie's definitely been at a party that was rated. That's
Yeah, Kylie, have you been at a party that's been rated before?
Yep.
Have you been at a party that's been rated 1 out of 10 before?
rated 1 out of 10.
No, I remember I was at a party. I was 19. There was like a graduation party happening in my hometown when I went to go visit, and I saw a bunch of like high school friends that I haven't seen since graduation. I was like, "Whoa, what are you doing here?" It's like, "Oh, blah blah blah." It's like, "No shit." And then like a good 2 hours in, the cops got called, and everybody started like storming the fence, like to run away because there was only one entrance in the backyard, and it was like World War Z because it was like the ranchos of like Brownsville. So like all the fences were like 10 feet high. So everybody was like climbing over each other. And I didn't know how to climb for shit. So my buddy Zach like hoisted me up and like pushed my ass. And he was like, "Go!" And I was like, "I'm trying." And then my blazer got snagged. And then
Your blazer.
yeah. So okay. So
Kylie only went to 10 out of 10 parties, allegedly.
hell yeah.
Allegedly.
I only went to 10 parties.
Hey, you went to 10 parties?
I went to
That's a
10
lot.
out of 10 parties.
That's a lot.
Well, I'm only allowed to go to 10 parties.
That's
So
your-
I'm
that's your
maxed
cap
out.
per
I'm
year.
maxed out. That's why you don't see me out anymore. Because I've reached my cap. But I remember falling, seeing like a cop chasing 2 teenagers. And I was just like in slow motion, like, "Whoa, this is my life." And then I ran and hid until they were gone.
Yo, this shit a movie, bro.
Yo, last night was a Tubi original. It was great.
Last night I was on Quibi.
Yo, last night was a Quibi.
Since I came to know you, baby.
Last night was a YouTube Red original. YouTube short.
A YouTube short. Oh, you have YouTube Red?
I've been telling you how,
Not me.
Not me either.
telling you how long.
Do you have premium? Why?
I've been telling you how
Why? Why?
Why?
Why?
tell me.
You seen that preacher? Why? Why? It's a supercut of him saying why throughout a sermon, but it just goes, why? 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 And then he goes, why?
I haven't seen it. The only internet preacher that I recognize is Jesus Christ.
Jesus Christ! Jesus Christ! I used to be a
That guy
big.
goes hard.
I used to be a big Christian. I used to be a big
I
like
used to be a big fat Christian.
my big fat Christian wedding. No, yeah, I used to praise the Lord when I was in high school a lot. I used to go to youth. So I met one of my exes at youth group. Bunch of sinners. I tell you what. I tell you what.
Were you a Young Life kid?
Young Life? No, I was I think like our youth groups were called Crossover. And then it would be a bunch of like contemporary music.
Classic.
A lot of Hillsong United.
Classic. I remember you talking to me about Hillsong United once.
Yeah. Not gonna lie, I used to love it.
Yeah.
I used to sing with the worship team. It was dope.
Like you were on stage with the worship team, or you were just like in the crowd,
I was in the crowds.
drunk as hell.
I was in the crowds, and then before I moved, I was in rehearsals like to actually be on the stage, and I think I only made it to one performance before it was like, "You're moving." Well, before I was like, "I'm moving," and then when I got here, I couldn't find a church, just because I was like, so much going on.
So much.
And then I just started living my life.
Then you found the devil.
Just started sinning.
Then I found the devil. No. So like, I still believe in God. I just followed religion less than I used to. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I still pray on my own time. It's just a more of a less organized type thing for me.
less dogmatic.
Yeah, it's what I find that works for me. And if anything, like it makes, I think, those moments where I do feel like, you know, like where like I need a prayer, like, you know, or like ask for something.
Yeah.
They make those moments feel a bit more personal because it's from a relationship that I willingly myself made and not like with a group of people. Does that make sense?
Funny story.
Ha 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 ha.
I was at a baptism over the weekend,
Bab.
and there's the part where the priest or deacon or whoever the fuck says like,
The water guy.
well, it could be. I thought it was a priest at first, and then he said that he had grandchildren, which a priest could technically have grandchildren.
Yeah, you can
like you
enter
could enter the
priesthood.
seminary
Yeah.
like later or whatever. but I found out he was a deacon.
Can deacons have families?
Yes.
Yes. Maya knows more about this.
I know a lot about that.
Oh
But,
yeah. Oh, Maya knows.
But it was funny because all this stuff is, going on, all the ritual, the reading of the stuff,
Yeah.
and all the different steps.
Yeah.
And then it gets to the part where the deacon asks the parents and the godparents to like repeat after him or whatever, and he's like, I denounce Satan and all of his lies, and like, so they're saying all these things, and then like, I accept God, or I believe that God's real, or I don't remember the exact words that were said, but the baby that was being baptized is a great baby, super chill. The only noise she made the whole time was when he was like, I ask you to denounce Satan, and she was like, I was like, don't worry, you can still fucks with Satan if you want. Like, it's just a formality. I know that you're against denouncing
Is that
Satan.
what he said to the baby?
No, that's what I was thinking. though.
He's like, do you denounce Satan? It's like, it's a formality.
It's a formality. You can still fucks with him if you want.
He goes, it's a formality.
It was funny though. I thought I laughed.
Some dude. What was that? My name is Ryan. Whoa.
Maya has a lot.
Hello.
Maya has a lot of sound bites.
Is this a gay joke?
That one's so bad, Maya.
He's gotten a lot faster at hitting the sounds.
That's gotta be racist.
What?
What up? My name is El Dusty.
What up? My name is L Dusty.
Here's the best one.
Keeping at you lavender Rick.
Here's the best one.
I'm on tour all the time, so luckily I have my Galaxy Note.
Dude, I still need to watch that. I still need to watch that ad.
Watch it.
I vividly remember when that happened. 'Cause it was like, holy shit. He's in a Samsung hat. That's crazy. They flew him out to New York to shoot the Samsung.
So sometimes I forget that like Dusty's like famous, right? Or that he's like, a celebrity, like he's known by people. And so earlier today on our way to Lucy's, he was like talking to someone, and this guy like kind of like walks up next to us. He was like getting into his car, and then he looks at me and he goes, "Hey, I don't want to be that guy, but is that El Dusty?" And I laughed because I forgot that happens.
What up? My name is El Dusty.
He was like, "Is that El Dusty?" And I was like, "Oh shit, yeah." No, I was like,
Horacio?
I was like, "Oh, you meant my buddy Horatio, my buddy Horace."
Everybody Horatio Sands?
No, I'm like, "Oh yeah, have you met him?" And he's like, "No." And I was like, "Oh, well, I mean, I can introduce you to him once he's done talking to this person." And he was like, "No, it's totally fine. It's totally cool." And then like he was like totally like, "It's fine. You guys have a good day." And he left, and I was like, "Hey, dude, this just happened." And he was like, "Yeah, whatever." And then we kept walking. I'm like, "Does he not believe me that this happened?"
What up? My name is El.
It's just funny, like seeing those moments.
Yeah, that is funny. He's a celebrity.
He's just a guy that you can go up to.
Just
and
dudes being dudes.
He's just a dude that you can go up to. You can dap. You can hug. You can look at him.
I try not
Just
to.
look at him.
You can do lots of things to him.
I try not to look at him in the eyes.
Because he flinches. It'll be like,
You flinch! You have to marry your mother-in-law.
You gotta marry him. You have to.
it's true. It's because you flinch, so now you have to marry your mother-in-law.
This better be good. Chris.
It's funny how short that skit is.
It's one of my
Have you
favorite
gone back and
skits.
rewatched it? Because it's like really
Very
short. But all you have to do is just say stinky, and people know exactly what you're talking about.
Stinky.
Lowrider bicycle.
And then he does this.
You have
Wasn't
good
he in the new,
ideas
wasn't he in the new
about
Spider-Man?
God. I don't know. I fell asleep during that.
He was in
motion
something
picture.
Marvel related recently. Can't remember if it was Miss Marvel or the other one, Spider-Man, Spatty.
Spatty. Where are we at with this Flash trailer? Allegedly, the greatest superhero movie of all time.
According to who?
James Gunn, which
Oh, that's right. No, I saw that.
obviously like full of it. But
How did you react when you saw it?
the trailer,
Yeah.
it looks like a CGI mess.
I was just like, for me, it was one of those things where it's like for so long, like all the stuff that's been going on with Ezra Miller, and then like with the production, and then everything else that DC has like been canceling like movies and shows, and like just like everything happening. So when I was watching the trailer, that was all that was going through my mind. I was just like, here it is,
Yeah.
the trailer. I guess like I need to watch it again to actually form an actual opinion, because the entire time I was like,
Well, here we go.
this. No, it was like, wow, we're all seeing this through.
Yeah.
The guy from I Think You Should Leave, that sketch, he was in Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Ant-Man.
Ant-Man and the Wasp. There we go.
Cafe owner, uncredited, apparently.
Uncredited.
I know. Well, he was in This Is Us?
He's had
TV
good
show.
ideas.
He has great ideas about
He
cars.
has great ideas. Yeah, bad idea. Paul, you have no good ideas.
Is the Chris 5060 in stock? Tried to call the shop, no answer. I think you have to buy that from Chris himself.
Yeah, that's a Chris 56 exclusive from his shop.
Yeah.
You gotta go to his hybrid records.
Do you know
Oh, so what's up?
the guy that owns the place next to you? Mysterious man.
Yeah. It's not next to me, it's next to Produce.
Oh,
Next to the bar.
oh yeah.
Bar.
But yeah, he is a mysterious
We
man.
were talking about that.
But yeah, apparently it seems to me that they're
all
seeing
you
this
see.
Flash thing through because it's gonna make Ezra Miller not the Flash by the end of it. It's gonna like reset everything. So they have to release this movie that he stars in to get rid of him.
They probably already shot it before, no? Like all this stuff happened?
I'm sure they did reshoots to like to get him out of it. You know?
You think so?
Yeah.
Possibly.
For sure.
No, because after they shot the movie, like that's when he went AWOL and like he was going to all these different states. Like no one could keep tabs on him. So I think they didn't do reshoots. Like they just
Well, they could have done reshoots without him.
oh without him. Okay. I thought you meant like with him. That
No,
that
like
could
bringing
cut
like a
him out.
new Flash in towards the end, like that pops up in an end credit scene or something. I don't know.
I am the new Flash.
But it's supposed to retcon, or it's supposed to like reset everything.
And the new Flash is drumroll,
The guy from I Think You
Young
Should Leave.
Sheldon.
Whoa.
I
just think that
so
would.
mad.
I just think that would like flip everyone's shit. Young
Flip
Sheldon.
All right, so we've been listening to William Anyabayor, Nigerian electro, funk, rock, pop guy.
Gay.
I don't know. You heard it. You heard what it sounded like. It's great.
I liked it.
It's fantastic. It's from we listened to Fantastic Man, then we listened to Atomic Bomb from the Who Is William Anyabayor compilation released on Luca Bop, David Byrne's label of the Talking Heads. Now we're going to listen to some Fela Kuti.
Oh, I saw a new movie this weekend. All Quiet on the Western Front.
I've been wanting to watch that.
Yo, it's pretty good. Have you seen the other ones?
I saw Tar recently.
No, like the other All Quiet on the Western Front. I think
no.
There was one movie made in the 30s and another one in the 90s, I think it was, or 60s.
No, actually, I have not seen those.
Pretty good. I think it's the
They're
first
all
time.
called the same thing?
Yeah, they're all called the same thing. It's based off a novel of like this like teen and his friends who are fed like World War I propaganda in Germany, and so like they get encouraged to join the war, and they're all like excited, but then really quickly like face the brutal reality of like World War I and like just the circumstances.
Yeah.
So it's one of those big like wake up call to like the younger generation type movies.
Yeah.
I remember the shot where they're like going into the room full of kids and like that guy's like speaking to them in the beginning, I think.
I don't know. I heard it's pretty fucking brutal.
Oh, maybe I'm thinking of
The movie is like a real like
yeah.
It's great.
this is bad. Like war is bad.
It's awesome. It's so I think over the years it's been adapted like into a movie by American filmmakers. I think this is the first time where like Germans like took hold of it of the production.
Yeah.
Because it's a German story about like how the Germans had lost, or it's through the perspective of a German soldier while they were losing. But except in this movie they added something that wasn't in the book, but something like historically in it. And it was like at the same time they were trying to like do like a military. I forgot how it's pronounced, but like armistice. Yeah, it's pronounced. Or basically, it's like, hey, let's negotiate.
Armistice.
Yes. Yeah, that's the word.
Yeah.
And like the B plot is like the guy, like a German general, trying to negotiate with like the French, like, can you please put us up to this war? Like, you're killing our men like by the hundreds of thousands, just young men. And he's like, you have 72 hours to agree to our terms. It's like, don't make this longer by 72 hours. And just so much happens.
Crazy.
And it's a great movie. I think it was edited very well.
Yeah, I'm excited to see it. I need to see a great many films between now and Monday to properly formulate my top 5 of 2022.
Ooh. Well, let me know what you think of that movie. I think it has a great beginning.
That, Banshees of Inisherin.
Watching that
There's
this
another
weekend.
one I need to see. I doubt I'm going to get to see After Sun. There's no way in hell I'm watching The Fableman.
If you ever do, just if you ever do,
Yeah.
let me know what you think. I'm actually curious as to what you think.
I watched 30 minutes of Elvis.
Is that all you've seen?
It's too much.
I couldn't get through any more of it.
I forgot what the 30-minute mark is.
They're in like a funhouse mirror room, and I don't know what's going on.
Has he already performed? Have you already seen one Elvis performance?
You've seen him, yeah. You've seen him perform a bit. He's like doing the carnivals with the Colonel.
I'm not gonna lie, I did try watching it a second time. I enjoyed it, and then when I watched it the third time, I couldn't.
You sat through that much Elvis?
Not at the same time.
Well, no, but just cumulatively, that's 5 hours of your life you're not getting back.
Well, the first time I watched it and I was attentive. The second time I had it on while I was like working. So like I kept looking and then watched like a scene or two, keep working. But the third time I tried watching it, like I put it on like to while I was getting ready for bed, and I was like, oh, I can only endure the fun edits. Like I can't watch the full movie anymore.
There are fun edits in that movie?
Well, I mean, I like the way it was edited. Like it's more toward like when things get a bit more fast paced with like his fame. Like when it gets to, like the performances, when he's performing, when he's like performing on stage, and there's like key story moments that happen in those performances. I'm like, ooh, hell yeah, hell yeah.
See, I did not care for the editing. Felt like I was on speed.
You've never tried? You never tried speed, dude? You used to know. I'm kidding. My name is Roman Roy, and I do not endorse the use of speed. Unless it's to make a web series.
I did watch Tar on Monday, though. I liked it a lot.
Where'd you see it?
It's on Peacock.
It is?
What did you watch?
Tar?
Oh, okay.
Ah, sick! I'm gonna watch this weekend. 2 movies I'm also gonna watch this weekend are The French Dispatch. Still haven't seen it.
You never seen it?
No.
It's good.
Me either.
And also Malignant.
Malik Bees.
Malignant's what?
I can't believe that.
Dude, Timmy Cooper.
Malignant's fun. You'll have fun.
Yeah?
Yeah. I think so.
I already saw the fight scene. Like that got spoiled for me pretty early on.
That's
But
a
I still
bummer.
want to see the whole movie though.
I haven't seen it. You just spoiled
The
it.
build up to that is nice.
I bet. I've heard. And that's why I want to see it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of a bummer that you know that's coming though, because when I saw it, I didn't know it was coming.
It was a
and I
really-
was like, "What the fuck is like? What did this just turn into?"
I still thought
This
it was
is
dope seeing it.
crazy. Yeah, it's pretty.
I think it was Chris that showed it to me.
Chris just ruining everything all the time. Ridiculous.
No.
Better be good, Chris.
You're gonna spoil this movie for me. It better be good.
Better be good. Have you been watching The Last of Us?
No, I've been watching Poker Face.
Oh,
Ooh, I'm also gonna. That's also on Peacock, right?
yes.
I'm also
Really
gonna
good.
start
Are you a Mountain Goats fan? Do we have any Mountain Goats fans in the chat?
that. I've never seen one in person.
There's a band called the Mountain Goats.
Oh, I'm very ignorant.
That's what I'm talking about. Well, their singer slash primary songwriter, John Darnielle, who's just a big fucking nerd. But like,
Can't say that word.
nerd?
No, I'm kidding. Fucking. I like scaring people.
He's in an episode, and it's so good. It's him and Chloe Sevigny guest starring in an episode.
Nice.
The band episode?
The band episode, yeah.
Okay, yeah, that was a good one.
Have you seen?
It's really good.
Maya, you're watching this show, the one with the
He's the guitar player.
detective who's on the
John
spectrum.
Darnielle.
Oh yeah, Will Trent.
Yeah, Will Trent. I saw that on Hulu.
Have you seen it?
I haven't watched
That's
it.
some real propaganda right there.
Really?
Yeah.
I've heard it's like
I haven't watched it.
Like
But
crazy propaganda.
when I went to put on Abbott Elementary yesterday, it was like in the thing.
They have a.
Vince Staples in Abbott Elementary. So good.
Isn't Zach Fox in it?
He was in
Yeah.
the first season.
Oh, wait,
He's not in it as much anymore.
wait, you haven't seen it, Maya?
I have. I just don't remember. It's been a while since.
But you're not
first
caught up
came
though.
out. No.
I think it.
There's a new dance called
You're caught up.
Yeah, I think the most recent episode is the one that has Vince Staples in it. But he's just
Ted
funny.
Lasso, season
He's
3.
so fucking funny.
I want to tell you a story.
I'm trying to remember what happened this past episode without like spoiling it. Like
It was
just
a Valentine's Day episode.
okay, yeah, it was.
Yeah.
Yo,
The end is crazy.
dude. I was screaming. I scream.
I want to
I make noises. I like watching shows. I've been told I'm a good audience member.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just it happens to me with it happens to me with shows and movies and stuff where like I
very, very tall. They say no pistorio.
there's like two things like that happened to me in life that have made me the way that I am. One of them is when I became a philosophy major and like my I was writing all this really flowery like language with all these metaphors and like stuff like that, and my professor was like, 90% of your writing is dog shit. Just say what you need to say and be very clear about it. And so I had to completely change my writing style in school to be like very matter of fact, like no flowery language, no like painting a picture, just saying what I'm thinking and saying it in a way that acknowledges, counter arguments and stuff. So very detailed, whatever.
Wow.
So
And has that changed your writing forever? Like
Yeah.
even now you're very matter of fact. Do you,
well, no, I have to try really hard to be the opposite. I've heard To Leslie's really good, actually. I haven't had a chance to see it yet, though.
I think I've heard of that one too.
I've heard it's really good. But yeah, if I'm like writing like music, I have to really go out of my way to try to be like vague and obtuse.
Mark Maron.
Otherwise, yeah, it's Mark Maron and who else?
I want to show you how to do up when I
There's someone else.
Andrea Riseborough.
Yes, that's
no.
Andrea Riseborough. That's
Yes.
the one she got nominated for.
It's the one where it was all word of mouth.
Yes.
This marketing was all word of mouth by like big celebrities being like, can't believe so and so wasn't nominated.
Yeah, and it was like investigated or whatever.
Yes.
I
No,
like
yeah,
her.
I want to see this movie too. No, I forgot that's what it was called.
I also want to see that.
I love Mark Maron.
But yeah, I had to change the way I wrote, and then years and years and years of therapy, and just like being like, you just gotta be clear with like how you feel and like whatever. So I find myself watching shows and movies and like almost yelling at the TV like, just tell them how you feel about them, or like if like there's like a big conflict, it's like if you just communicated none of this, and I know that like I know
So
that,
is that how you felt at the ending of Abbott Elementary?
yes, at the end of this most recent episode, I was like, just tell him! And it was so frustrating. But I know that you need conflict in storytelling, and that the inability to communicate is like a super easy way to create conflict. So I get it. But I do at times get incredibly frustrated
It does its
when
job.
when it drags on to a certain point where it's like one of you has to realize what's happening right now.
It's like it has been 5 seasons
Yeah.
of this.
But
See, The Office knew to tap out at like season 3.
yeah. But
And by tap out, I mean like
Jim just bullied him out of his relationship though. Or like kind of
no,
bullied both of them.
because like
shitty.
no, after a while, like Pam felt like she was like, oh, I guess this is just settling now, because like she was already like not super feeling Roy. Because remember, because they were high school sweethearts, and
Yeah.
like, and then he kind of like got like lazy with the effort in the relationship.
when they were planning the wedding and stuff. he
yeah,
was,
yeah,
like,
yeah.
doing
So like, so things were already falling apart. in a sense, I feel.
So it's okay for you to sweep in and steal
No, I'm just saying, like, it's not like Jim.
someone's partner.
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying Jim didn't bully them apart. Is what I'm saying.
No, you're right. He didn't. But he did. But he
But no, he did swoop in inappropriately, though. I will say that.
swooped in inappropriately. Not my favorite character in fiction. That Jim Halpert.
Do it to the camera, somebody.
No, hold on. Give me one more.
Okay.
Give one more.
Not my favorite character in fiction. How was that? Thank you.
Okay, Ryan. So you gotta do a little
Someone
stinger.
put me in their next film.
Do I just say the same thing?
No, do a little stinger. I don't know, like a fucking.
Okay. Carlos, say that's what she said.
That's what she said.
Thanks for the applause. I didn't think I was gonna get one for a second.
I only have so many hands. I have to like.
Dog, don't lie. You have 4. We've seen them. You have 6.
You could be like the fucking a receptionist in Men in Black, the alien with all the tentacles. That's like all these things.
Hell yeah.
Justice for Men in Black.
What happened to it?
I just feel like it's an underrated franchise. Do you not feel that way?
You look to the camera.
I think it's appropriately rated. I don't think it's overrated. Definitely not overrated.
It's definitely not overrated.
I don't think it's underrated either.
I do think it's underrated.
I think it's
I
appropriately
think Men in
rated.
Black 3 is a lot better than people want to admit.
I feel like the only reason why...
And even Men in Black International wasn't bad.
I didn't even know that was a thing.
Which one was that one?
The one with Chris Hemsworth and Tessa Thompson.
What? When?
Maybe it is.
2017?
What?
Jamie, can we pull that up?
2019.
2019? That's even more recent.
Liam Neeson,
I take it back. I don't think it's appropriate rated. I think
Rebecca
they fell off.
Ferguson. Yeah,
I don't remember Liam Neeson being in it.
he's high T.
You don't? It's like, did I watch it?
Tessa and Emma Thompson. Wow.
Tessa Thompson and Emma Thompson?
Yeah.
Have you seen that?
I forgot about Emma Thompson.
Have you seen that episode of Atlanta
Yes.
where they bump into Liam Neeson, like as Liam Neeson, and he talks about like his racist like incident in his past, and he's like,
No.
Wait, maybe you shouldn't.
I
Okay.
have not seen that.
okay, never mind. It's great. It's best that you see it.
Yeah.
Like it's not a spoiler. I don't think it takes over a whole episode, but like, it's one like
no, but it's just so.
it's one of
good.
those random pockets like in the show. I think it's in the newer season.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm in season 2.
The Soldier Boy killer. Oh my god.
It's hilarious because he's just sitting there and he's like, "Yo, you're Liam Neeson," and he's like, "That I am," and his Irish accent, and I was like, "Whoa!"
Honestly, that's a pretty good Neeson that you just did.
Thank you.
That's good.
Yes, I am. I am Liam Neeson.
It wasn't
Oh
as
yeah,
good the second
It was.
But
It's good.
season 3 of Ted Lasso.
time. Coming soon.
I watched a show earlier this
No
month
way.
for the first time. I binged this show. There's 3 seasons.
Of what?
Dairy Girls.
Oh, that seems like a Ryan show for sure.
It was great.
I've never seen it.
So funny. I love comedies that are able to balance drama and like tension well.
I feel like the Brits are good at that.
Tell me, okay,
They're Irish.
do you think that You is a Ryan show?
Are you asking me?
Yeah. Ryan, don't say anything.
It does
Okay.
seem like a show that Ryan would like. I don't know if it's like a textbook Ryan show.
Have you seen it?
No.
Me neither.
Yeah, he hasn't.
Not
seen
a Ryan
it.
show.
I thought it was. I've seen all of it, and I finished the last season like very fast.
You really think I'd
Just
like
came
it?
out.
Yeah.
You really think I'd like it?
Yeah.
I'll give the pilot a chance for
I
you.
think you like it.
I'll give the pilot a chance.
Ready for the new season of
Wait,
Snowfall.
I said, oh, I'm so excited for that.
I
No,
haven't
but
watched Snowfall.
I told Ryan that You is just Dexter if he was sexy. And I said it like that.
You didn't find Dexter sexy?
Nah, yeah, that's when I like walked out of the room.
As soon as I said it, I was like, no, Dexter's pretty sexy.
yeah, I was like, oh, shit. I was like, Dexter's kind of sexy. Fuck.
shit.
But no, I was like, Dexter if it was 50 Shades of Grey.
Yeah. Okay, so speaking of Ted Lasso, the guy who plays Roy Kent,
Yes.
Brett Goldstein,
Yes.
he has a really great podcast called Films to be Buried With. Have you ever heard this podcast?
No, I
You would
haven't.
love this podcast. So
probably
he has different people on, like, you know, usually actors, comedians, you know, whatever. And he tells them, oh, I hate to break this to you, but you've died. And now you're in heaven, and everybody wants to get to know you by the films that shaped you.
Whoa.
And so then he goes through this list of questions with the guests, like, what's the first film you ever saw? Like, what's the most scared you've ever been by a film? What's the film that makes you cry the most? Or, you know, et cetera, et cetera.
What's it called?
goes down. Films to be buried with.
It's a really good concept.
So essentially, the questions he's asking you, you're answering the question, what films you would want to be buried with and take to heaven with you. But I was listening to a recent episode, and it made me think, because I was on this show, this very show that we're on right now,
Yes.
doing like the vinyl tag thing, and one of the vinyl tags is like, what's your guilty pleasure? Like, what record is your guilty pleasure? And I went on record on the show, and I've gone on record before, that I don't believe in guilty pleasures. You like what you like. You should never be ashamed of it.
Until.
I have a guilty pleasure. I realized by listening to this podcast,
Are you gonna say Kanye?
because there was a certain guest on that was not Kanye West, that I was like, I kind of like this person, and I probably shouldn't.
Someone who was on?
Someone who was on the show, not because they're a bad person.
They're an actor?
Actor, comedian, personality, etc.
Kevin Hart.
But it was someone that I was just like, I don't think I'm comfortable admitting that I like this person.
Is it me?
It's Taylor Tomlinson.
Who is that?
She's a real basic white girl comedian. But I kind of like her stuff. Some of her bits are good.
I've never seen her.
You've never seen her like on TikTok or anything?
I don't think so.
She has I think she has 2 specials on Netflix actually. But it's real basic white girl
Maybe I
stuff.
have.
But her episode is pretty good.
I used to really. I kind of still don't really like Theo Vaughn. Just like annoys me.
He's specific.
Yeah.
He's coming.
Yeah, I know.
Was it you I was talking to about Bill Burr? Are you a Bill Burr guy?
I know about him.
I like him. I think he's funny.
I was talking to someone about him recently, and I just not a fan.
I was watching. I don't remember. I want to say it was Hot Ones. I think it was Hot Ones. But
I mean, what's with these wings? Why are they so hot? You're just eating these wings like this?
that's not bad. That's not bad at all. I feel like you should say the word fuck like 2 more times. Though.
Yeah.
Eating these fucking wings like this? What the fuck is wrong with you? Fuck.
Looking at Trump.
Oh, Taylor.
Why would you eat wings this hot? I just don't understand it at all. These wings came from China to spy on us.
Sad.
Sad.
Very sad.
That was pretty good.
If you didn't have such spicy wings, I'm telling you, your show could be huge. Just huge.
Do you have a favorite
Yes.
Trump moment? Like, ironically,
Yes.
my favorite is when Ruth Bader Ginsburg passed away, and he gets off the plane. They're like, "Did you hear that he passed away?" And he's just like, "No, I did not know this. I'm hearing it for the very first time." Did she really? I'm hearing this for the first time. Did she? Well, she lived a wonderful life. We had her differences, but she lived a wonderful life. No one could deny that. And then he just,
she lived a wonderful life.
I just love the way he went like,
Yeah.
I did not know this is the
so
first
sassy.
time.
So sassy.
I don't have a favorite moment about him, and there's nothing I even particularly like about him. But I do think, even in an ironic way, but there is a certain joy that comes from seeing pictures of him standing.
And he's like leaned forward.
He's leaning so far. He's like he's trying to do the Michael
I
Jackson.
was about to say, he's doing the Michael Jackson lean.
Let me tell you, it's so unnatural. I mean, everything about him.
Someone
is
needs to
unnatural.
Photoshop that. We're like behind the podium. He's like,
Okay, wait.
He's like at a 40-degree angle.
I was going to say, I was going to use an expression, we have to keep our country gate.
That's real too.
Yo! Okay, so I'm scrolling through these episodes of that Films to Be Buried With, and on an episode he has James Acaster. And I'm a fan of that guy. He's a funny
I've heard the
comedian.
name, but I don't really know.
Hilarious comedian. He has a special on Netflix called The Repertoire, and it's like a 4-part thing. And like the final one, like kind of does callbacks to all the other prior ones. Great. Highly recommend it. It's like 30 minutes.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, it's good. He's got a lot of different people.
Hell
on
yeah, I'm
there.
excited for this, man.
All the Ted Lasso people making an appearance at different points, or most of them.
Bill Hader, let's go.
Best comedian.
Ralph Barbosa,
There's another James Acaster
My
episode.
favorite right now. Guess.
your favorite comedian currently, right now?
TikTok.
In the year of our Lord,
YouTube.
2023.
H3H3.
No, that's not. He's not a comedian.
YouTube.
He
Tom Segura?
TikTok.
TikTok.
Greek.
Oh, Stabby baby.
Come down.
Stavros.
Oh, is it Stavros?
Yeah.
I forget that he does podcasts.
I thought it was a bit for the longest time that he was dating Rachel Sennett.
I don't know who that is.
That's a thing.
Shiva Baby.
Don't know who that is.
Bodies.
I can't
Didn't see it. Refuse.
I haven't seen it either. I want to see it only because of one scene that like I saw online, and I'm like, oh, that looks funny. I want to
Can't
watch
do
it
it.
to laugh.
Can't do it.
Won't do
Why?
it.
Look, I just won't stoop that low to be able to watch something like that. Let me tell you, I only watch the finest
look
of
to the
cinema. I've got all the best people on it. Believe you me, I've got all the best people on my movie curation.
Hypothetically.
We're really gonna stop doing
God.
it. It's good.
Wait, hold on. Yeah, I like that.
More Nigerian bops.
Hypothetically, what if the one movie you watched that you said you wouldn't watch, you end up liking?
It could happen. I won't
Has
rule it
happened
out.
before?
No.
Because I'm assuming.
Ooh,
Like,
yes, it has. It has happened.
which one?
The year was 2013, and or maybe it was 2012. But the Evil Dead remake had just come out.
haven't seen it.
I loved it. From the second I went and saw it, I went and saw it with my mom because she. What the fuck was that?
We got new music like for the show.
Okay.
And I was like building tension.
So my mom was the one that showed me Evil Dead originally. So when the remake came out, we went and saw it together, and it was crazy. It's so good. I really still to this day love that movie. But it came out the same year or within a year of The Conjuring coming out, the first Conjuring.
Ooh.
And so I was at a kickback, if you will, and there were all these. Well, I think it was just me and my friend Steven, and then we were at his girlfriend at the time's house, and like all of her friends. So it was like all these girls that were like, "Oh my god, have you seen The Conjuring? It's so scary!" Like, blah 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 blah. Like it really like freaked me out. Like I had to like sleep with the lights on or like whatever, just being like super freaked out by it. And I was just like, I just can't imagine a world in which that movie is like really that scary. And they're like, how could you? What? It's like about possession and demons and blah blah blah. And I was like, well, I don't know. I don't believe in any of that.
You're
so,
like, I've never been possessed.
I don't believe it's a thing that can happen. So like, I was like, it just doesn't really hold any like weight for me, but like when, I don't know, something like gnarly happens in a movie, it's like, yeah, I could get like my Achilles sliced with a box cutter. Like that sounds terrible, it looks terrible, whatever. And I was like, you should watch the Evil Dead remake. That one's really actually pretty scary. Not like Sleep with the Lights On scary, but like scarier than what The Conjuring is. Like, we haven't even seen The Conjuring. You don't know. And I was like, I don't need. It's a PG-13 movie. What is it? I mean, what's gonna? I don't know. And they're like, well, you can't say it's not scary if you haven't seen it. And I was like, all right. So out of spite, just to say that I had seen it and verify what I knew to be true already, I went and saw The Conjuring, and it was indeed not scary, but it was a good movie.
Shit my pants.
I did like it. Like, I had fun, and I thought it was, like, well done. And I was like,
Cool.
that was a pretty good movie. It wasn't scary to me. but it was like fun and suspenseful and like, you know, whatever. And I thought I love Vera Farmiga. Actually, I also kind of like Patrick Wilson as well. So I was like, oh, it's good people in this, you know, cool imagery and, you know, all that kind of stuff. So I was like, oh, that's cool.
The Conjuring was pretty good.
I like
It was pretty good, yeah.
So is the second one.
I didn't see the second one.
Third one was okay.
Evil Dead remake, though, you should watch it, especially with
Wait,
Evil Dead Rise coming
Did they
out.
watch it?
I wasn't going to say this because it's kind of embarrassing to me. But I was like, we should watch the Evil Dead remake. Like, that movie's crazy. You know, like, if you think The Conjuring's scary, you'll freaking shit yourself watching this. No one liked it. No one. There was like 10 of us. And I was like, yeah, let's watch it. And we sat down and we watched it. And they were just like, that was just gross. And I was like, I mean, it is pretty gross, but like, it's also pretty like fucked. And it's got your possession shit in it too. Like, you know, they did not care for it. And everybody was like, what the fuck is wrong with you that you like this movie?
I think the only
it
way
rains blood.
The only way
And I
I've
was like, yeah, it's sick.
The only way I've consumed The Evil Dead was through theater, and Ricky was in it. He was in a production of The Walking Dead that they did here at
The Walking Dead or The Evil Dead?
Evil Dead. Sorry. Evil Dead here
I
at
probably
Harbor.
saw that.
Chris was supposed to direct that one.
What?
But he was like, nah, they don't mean that, because I think he was living in San Antonio at the time. And then when he found out that Ricky was in it, he was like, wait, I for real could have directed that one? He was like, yes.
Crazy.
And he was like,
Better
shit.
be good, Chris.
And it was dope. It was
I love
great.
the
There
Evil
was a
Dead
lot of
musical.
blood.
It's so fun.
They were shooting the audience with like a shit ton of blood.
Dude, you
What?
get fucked up if you go.
It was awful. It was a cold day, and I
Yeah.
didn't know that they were gonna spray me. So at the end of the show, when they did their bows, they gave a standing ovation because my boy and everyone else knew not to fucking stand. So I got like 10 different of those like squirters
Yeah.
on my face.
Is this a gay joke?
Oh no! Come on, Maya.
Sorry.
Yeah. The first year that I went, I did not sit close to the front because I wanted my mom again. Evil Dead, you know, kind of like our thing or whatever. And we didn't want to sit that close to the front, but we saw everybody else just get dealt with. Then the next time that I went with the cast of Rocky Horror at Aurora because I was in the band for Rocky Horror at the time. And, and so we went on like the one day that they were doing a performance of it that didn't conflict with our performances.
That's what's up.
A lot of the Phantoms and a couple of the other like main cast members sat in the first row and they were like, yeah, we're ready, like let's go. And I just sat right behind them. And I was technically still in the splash zone, but I still could like duck and like not really get the business the way that everyone else did. But that musical's so fun.
Wait, is that the one that Evil Dead's coming out? Right?
There's a new
Yes.
one coming out, yeah.
Yeah.
Evil Dead Rise.
Yo, that
looks-
trailer looked
It
crazy.
looks pretty sick.
I haven't watched the trailer yet.
What?
Well, I'm not gonna watch the trailer
Oh, okay, that's fair.
because I'm gonna
I've
go
s-
see it any.
You know what? No, yeah, don't.
I've gone to the movie so many times, or I've seen it. But I've probably seen it like 10 times. I know the words.
See, I haven't gone to the movies in
Evil Dead.
since November. The last movie that I saw was the instant cult classic 2020 motion picture, The Menu.
I'm gonna kill myself.
I still haven't seen the menu.
It's so good. Don't listen to Chris and Maya. They're both fucking bozos. The Menu's good.
Yeah, it's good.
I'm sorry, The Menu's great, actually.
Great.
It's great.
Wow, that is.
Hey, be careful. Be safe.
Carlos, how do you feel about this person who's told you to watch Bodies, 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 saying that the menu is good?
It's Colin. Colin's a broken clock. He's right twice a day, you know what I mean? Believe me, Colin and I have had the we've had the bodies conversation a number of times. I will not see it.
So again, I'm not gonna urge you to see the Evil Dead trailer, but well, when I saw it, I was immediately like, holy shit, I need to watch the first one. I need to.
The remake?
Yeah, it looks so cool. Just, I'm not even gonna tell
I
you.
wish it was the same director, but it's not.
Who directed it?
It's okay.
The first one.
Fede Alvarez.
Oh.
Did you ever see Don't Breathe?
Yes.
Same guy.
Who made the remake?
Fede Alvarez made the remake.
Oh,
The first
sorry.
one.
Oh, so I thought you were saying like the original one.
The original remake. Like, because there was a remake that came out like almost 10 years ago now.
No. Yeah, no. When you said that director, I thought you meant like the original Evil Dead.
No,
The
that was
first
Sam
one, first
Raimi. They did the original.
It was?
Sam Raimi, yeah. Evil Dead 2, Army of Darkness. Then Fede Alvarez rebooted it 10 years ago.
And they also have a show, right?
The show is good. Ash vs. Evil Dead. Yeah.
Is
That's
that
a
still
fun
Bruce
show.
Campbell?
Yeah, it's Bruce Campbell, yeah.
Nice.
That's a fun show.
You're a fun show.
Bruce Campbell, Lucy Lawless.
You're cute, Gene.
All right, that was Ofaji. Higher Plane Breeze from Nigeria. Now we're going to head to Amsterdam.
We're going?
Check out some
We're going to Amsterdam?
Ooh, have you seen that movie Amsterdam?
Turkish stuff.
Dude,
Me neither.
terrible. I fell
I
asleep.
hate David O. Russell.
Dude, I walked out of the movie theater watching that.
I don't know who that is.
the guy that directed it.
Oh, okay.
He did Silver Linings Playbook, American Hustle, I Heart Huckabees.
I've only seen Silver Linings.
His movies are really bad. They're terribly paced. And just like, you know, like, he casts people that are amazing actors, so he does get good performances out of people. But I've reached a point where, like, there's so many good actors out there that, like, a good performance isn't going to carry a movie for me anymore. You know what I mean? Like, the story needs to be compelling. Because I don't know. But those are his movies where these actors give these great performances, but it drags and the story's just kind of like whatever. So I'm out on him. I'm out on Damien Chazelle. I'm out on Luca, whatever the hell his name is, the Bones and All guy.
Really?
I just don't think they make that interesting a movie.
Call Me By Your Name?
Don't like it.
Haven't
Bad
seen it.
movie.
I haven't seen it.
Bad movie.
I loved it.
Terribly paced movie.
Loved
What was the other
Bones and All.
Chalamet movie you said? Bones and All. Bones and All.
That one was good. I
Same
liked it.
director, Luca
So I haven't seen it. Luca, like the
Guadagnino
like the Disney
or
one?
something like that.
The DreamWorks one, Luca?
No. His
Oh.
name is Luke.
Oh, okay.
Luca Guadagnino.
I was gonna say, what a filmography. Like, yeah, I made Luca and Bones and All. I was like, Jesus.
Giannino.
The guy who made Mouse Hunt went on to direct The Ring.
Wait.
Gore Verbinski, yeah.
I love that.
Also,
I
you
used to love
didn't
that.
like Suspiria?
I didn't see the Superior.
That
Ring.
one's fucking long.
I heard it's pretty good.
Yeah. Oh, he also did the show. Sufjan Stevens. He did it in his music video.
Really?
Yeah. We Are Who We Are.
Do you like Sufjan Stevens?
I've never really listened. But
I like
he
when
did
they
the
used the
show
song in the bear.
We Are Who We
The
Are.
Politician. The theme song was the Sufjan Stevens song. The Ben Platt Show.
Yeah.
That was a good song.
Yeah.
I
forgot-
like that show. It was fun.
I don't know if they made a second season, but
They
I
did.
thought. Oh, they did. Did you see it?
Yeah, it was good.
It's good. Yeah. I've listened to the first season.
First season's great. I think.
Yeah.
For my Dangerous Toys buddy. Oh, okay. I don't think Devin's in the chat today.
I think it's definitely one of Ryan Murphy's best.
I'll tell Devin GMC. I'm sure he already knows. I'm sure he already has tickets.
I want to rewatch Babylon.
Didn't see it either.
I want to rewatch it because
I know you're a fan.
Oh yeah. So I'm a pretty big fan of Everything Everywhere All at Once, and I saw it once in theaters, and then recently they brought it back to Century 16, and so
Did you go see it again?
I did,
Nice.
because
We saw it.
I saw it twice in theaters.
and oh man, the second time, just like I retained so much more.
Yeah, because you know it's a movie. The first time you watch it, you're like,
Whoa! And then second time, it's like, all right, now what did I miss?
Yeah.
And it hit not so much harder, but like it hit just the same. And I love
It's a
that
great-
feeling.
it's a great motion
And I
picture.
just want to see if Babylon will give me that same feeling, because
I don't think
when I
so.
watched it the first time, like I felt the same way when I watched Everything Everywhere. I was like,
really?
no, yeah, I got the same feelings as when I watched it the first time, except it's a much longer film and like there's more, because it's longer, they fit in more stories.
Yeah.
But I just want to see if like watching it the second time will make me feel the same way or like a different way. That's what I'm in the hunt for. Like, do I really like it because
Yeah.
of what it is, or just like the wow factor of the first time?
Interesting.
If you ever want to watch it, I'll watch it with you as my second time.
just don't know if I want to.
That's fair. It's an investment.
You're gonna see it in theaters?
No, I'll probably wait when it goes on streaming.
Oh.
Or I don't know, whichever comes first.
I was gonna say I would go watch it with you.
Is it at Century?
I don't think so, but
Also, it's a long movie, so I think I would want to watch it at home.
true.
But it's a great movie to watch on a big screen, though.
But I will not be watching it.
What?
I will not be watching it
Okay.
unless it's with you. Look to camera. Look to
I like this. What's playing? What's that?
Alton Gun.
Güzellerin kaşı keman görülür gülüm aman aman sebep aman aman ver yandım aman çayırda buldum seni ellere vermem seni kendi
Yeah, Alton Gun. They're like this band from Amsterdam. The guy who started it put out a call that was like looking for Turkish musicians to play like Turkish like psychedelia kind of stuff. So 2 of them are of Turkish descent. The bass player, I can't remember who the other one is.
Have you traveled out of country?
Yeah.
Where?
Well, I've been to Mexico. And I know Puerto Rico's not out of country, but it's like might as well be. You know, it's like a
It's out of the
completely different
what's
like
it called?
culture.
What's it
than-
called? It's off.
They're a territory technically, but you know, but it's a very different culture and it's like super sick. But I've been to England, France,
Oh, really?
Spain, Switzerland, Germany, Austria, and Italy.
Just like vacation or like.
Like a senior trip thing.
Oh, that's cool.
It was tight.
High school?
After I graduated high school, yeah.
Okay. No, I thought for a second I was like field trip.
No, it's like one of those EF tour things.
Yeah. Oh, that's so cool.
It was like after our senior year, some of us went, and it's like 3 weeks, and you know, you hit like a city a day basically. But it was pretty sick.
Damn, hell yeah. We're going on like a small tour the first week of March, and I mean it's in the country. But I just,
Dusty and the Homies?
yeah, we leave the first, and then the second we have Tucson.
Tucson's cool. You got to go to EG's.
EG's?
EG's. Got to hit
I've
EG's.
never been to Tucson. And then we have LA, the third, which I've been to LA once. And then we have Phoenix Saturday. I've been to Phoenix.
Phoenix is a wasteland.
And then our last stop before coming back home is Albuquerque.
I've never been to Albuquerque.
Me neither. So I'm very excited to see those places. I'm gonna buy a souvenir at each one for.
Tucson's cool. There's like
Kristen.
this mountain that like overlooks the whole thing. I can't remember what it's called. But it's weird.
Isla Verde.
I don't think I went there. We spent most of our time in San Juan. I mean, as you would imagine, but
I've always wanted to visit PR.
Tucson's kind of weird because they like intentionally never built a freeway through it to prevent urban sprawl. But then all it did was make a town with a population of 1 million people just like ungodly spread out, and it's like really wacky from like an infrastructure perspective. But it's cool.
I've always wanted to go to. This is gonna sound weird, but Jersey,
Yeah,
because I heard that they have
Garden State.
I've heard that there's no left. Like you can't turn left in Jersey.
It's all roundabouts or what?
No, it's all just one ways, but like to the right.
Huh.
And I think because every time you try to take a left, there's a Jersey wall, just like for some reason, just everywhere.
On some Zoolander shit.
Yeah. So I was talking to Manchal. I'm like, what do you mean? Because you used to live in New York. He's like, no, yeah. So like if you want to take a left, like you have to take 3 rights, like to go that way. I'm like, what? Everywhere? He's like, everywhere, like the state. That's just how it is for some reason.
Can't pump your own gas there.
That's true. That's also illegal.
Yeah.
It's wild. Yeah. Hey, this guy.
I've never been to Jersey, but when I was driving through Oregon, we got out.
Is it illegal there too?
Yeah, and someone in our like party tried to grab the nozzle, and somebody came out and was like, "Yo, yo!" And told us to stop, and we were just like, they're like, no, you can't pump your own gas, and we're like, oh, okay.
I've never been to Jersey.
I wonder why.
But I've seen The Sopranos.
I can tell you why. You have seen The Sopranos?
No, season 5.
Okay. It's to create jobs.
Oh.
Especially jobs for like people that are like fresh out of like prison or like places where you like it's hard to get a job because of like your background or whatever. Like you can get that job pretty easily, and then once you have like, you know, enough time where you held a job down successfully, then hopefully that opens up further employment opportunities for you.
That's sick. Wow.
At least that's why it's that way in Oregon. I don't know. It's probably the same in Jersey, but I don't know for sure.
Oregon makes sense.
But I remember when we were in Oregon talking to somebody about it, and just being like, what's the fucking deal with this? You know, like it's one thing for that to just, it's, I don't know, it's interesting that it's just like flat out illegal. Like you cannot, you know, rather than it being like a cultural norm. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because we have like one full service gas station here in town.
Really?
But yeah, but it's not like illegal to pump your own gas, obviously. No one's gonna yell at you.
Promise.
I can't. You never know.
Sallanma güzel de yarim cahilim aklım gider Kanlı kanlı şeker Asiretlik çeker Çok sallanma güzel de yarim cahilim aklım gider
So, Ryan.
What camera is it on?
Ben bu yerde haneyim Aman yel vurmuş pervaneyim
Anything in his headphones. You can't hear anything.
DJ Medistar.
Yeah.
Best pie.
Best boy.
Kalkın söylen o yarim
New Jersey has the best pie, I think that's what he's saying.
Oh, I forgot we're talking about Jersey.
That's really a bold statement.
Çok sallanma güzel de yarim
Oh, dang, look at this boy. It's a good camera angle.
What'd you say?
The camera that's on you, it's a good angle.
Thank you. Or wait, did you fix the angle?
Yeah, I'm messing with stuff.
No, I meant because I had the camera earlier because I don't know if Desi was gonna come sit, but Maya fixed it once I sat down.
I'm gonna go to
What?
Nashville.
When?
Right. Tomorrow. Just kidding. Sometime.
Guess what I'm doing with Manchild tomorrow
What?
afternoon?
What?
Practicing. Driving.
That's sick.
It's fucking dope.
Put the headphones on.
Thanks, Scotty.
Oh, you ready now?
I don't know how to do effects on this.
Ben bu yerde haneyim Aman yel vurmuş
Well, they need to be connected to computer, no? Like, so to really like snap them.
Sure.
Çok sallanma
I mean, it's
güzel de
just
yarim
Do it again.
cahilim aklım
What you
Oh,
just
no,
did?
this is a filter. High pass filter.
Çok sallanma güzel de yarim cahilim aklım gider
No, you're scratching it. Uh-oh. Don't tell him.
How do you do effects on? You have to have a computer.
Şansı viran olmuş gitmiş aran ovası
Oh, that's sick.
iyi günün dostu sürmüş sefası sürmüş Ney işte meydane iyi günün
Wow.
dostu dar günde haney Cane 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 işte meydane iyi günün dostu dar günde haney Yalar beyler size de kalmaz size de kalmaz ölenler dönse de bir sultan dönmez bir sultan dönmez.
All right, so it's gonna revisit France.
Giden
To revisit France.
Yeah, we did a little French whatnot last week, but I'm gonna revisit it.
You meant music-wise, didn't you?
Yes.
I thought you were telling me that you're gonna travel to France.
Shit, you think I made of money?
No, that's all. I was like, oh my gosh, have fun, please be safe. I was gonna wish you safe travels.
I would love to travel overseas again, but
If you could go anywhere, like all paid for, where would it go?
Ireland
Yeah.
or Scotland,
Anywhere particular?
somewhere where there's big cliffs and rolling green hills.
Edinburgh, I think.
That could be nice. I probably
Edinburgh.
I'd probably hit Dublin. Go to the Guinness
Dublin's also
Brewery.
good. What's north?
Actually, no. I take that back. I go to Switzerland. Switzerland is like unfucking real. Or maybe New Zealand, but that
No,
flight
it's
seems long.
real.
Lord of the Rings.
New Zealand?
New Zealand could be cool, but Switzerland's like so dope.
I think I would want to check out Australia.
I'm scared of Australia.
Down under.
Have you seen the kind of critters they got down there?
Well, yeah, well, I mean, I would stay in the
hell?
city.
Huh?
TikTok song.
This is a TikTok song?
You didn't know that?
No.
It's the trailer's like this is the build up,
It's kind
right?
of annoying.
It's like a build up, and then, ladies and gentlemen, we got him,
And
and then
FBI, open
punchline,
up.
and then punchline. This would be the punchline, except the music would be like boosted louder,
Like way loud.
like way louder. Not like
Sometimes.
sometimes, yeah, but like it could either be like a freeze frame punchline or like a reveal, like
And then you look to the camera.
oh yeah, okay.
It's a great song. I played something from this record last week. Nobody recognized who it was because it wasn't on TikTok.
That's right.
Okay, you played the whole sound, so we're over this.
Wait, this is yo. That reminds me of friggin' Steve Lacy. Did you see that?
Bummer.
Just dude.
Tell me what happened.
Big bummer.
How? What's the song called?
Bad habit.
Bad habit.
Bad Habit. How like Bad Habit was playing and like people were singing along, but like
Oh yeah, only the
only
chorus.
to the chorus. Like Bad Habit, and like everyone was like Bad Habit, and then like the second verse came, but nobody sang anything. And it
Yeah,
was
nobody
like,
knows.
oh come on. And then I think he was playing another song where someone was like, I love you, and he went, shut the hell up, oh, and just immediately began singing the other song.
Wasn't there one who's like, say hi to my mom? Hey, or can you say hi to my mom? And he's like, can you shut the fuck up? And then the next song plays.
No, yeah, it was that one. He said to my mom, shut the fuck up. Go. And then the light went on him. Shut the fuck up. Like, oh.
That's gotta suck.
No, and it does suck because he was like, I don't want to tour anymore. Like, no one knows my songs. I'm only famous because of like 30 seconds, and like no one knows, like no one loves my music. No
Yeah.
one
Have
listens.
you heard
And-
that song?
I mean, people do, but it's just the majority of those people are
Like,
not at those shows.
I think he would benefit by making his shows 21 and up.
Maybe, yeah.
Oh, you know the song I Think I Like When It Rains? I think I've told you, right, Ryan? The song,
What about it?
I think I like when it
rains.
That song, have you heard that song? So it's my friend's Brand Willis, and
Oh yes.
and he like blew up the fuck up on TikTok, and I was asking him if like he has the Steve Lacy effect at their shows, and he said yeah. People only know that song and only the chorus.
It sucks. It's not like I expect everyone that goes to every show to know the entire catalog.
Yeah.
But you would think that
At least the whole song.
at least the whole song, yeah. I mean, there are plenty of people that go to see Lit that only know that one song, but when it comes on, they know every word to the whole song. And I've seen Lit live, and they play that song for like 10 minutes.
So on repeat.
They really stretch parts of it out, and people go crazy the whole time.
Is it like Kanye and Jay-Z playing that song 10 times in a row in Paris?
I don't know what you're talking about.
You seen that video?
Yeah.
They play in Paris.
But how many times though?
Like 10 times.
They played it 10 times
Yeah.
in a row,
Yeah.
back to back. And like people were like, we don't know when this song ends. It's just, and people were just staying hyped. It was great.
Good for them.
And that was last week.
This is one of my favorite compilations. Silk Road Journey of the Armenian Diaspora, 1971 through 1982.
Silk Sonic.
This record is a tribute to not only the Armenian diaspora, but the diaspora of all communities that have been directly affected by systemic racism, slaughter, and injustices. The diaspora is responsible to carry the weight of their culture, history, art, and music. Underappreciated and undervalued, the rhythm of all diasporas must continue. May peace be upon all people who strive for a better tomorrow.
Yeah. I'm with them.
Songs are good. Songs are real good.
But do you have a go-to icebreaker, like whenever there's like a function and like you see like a group of people, you know, like whether you know them or not, in this case, like, you know, you kind of know them,
Yeah.
like what you're in.
Did you hear about Pluto? It's messed up, right?
That's good.
What happened?
I totally came up with that. 100% original, didn't take it from anywhere.
Tell us.
I used to go up to people, like if my friend was with someone that I didn't know, I used to be like, hey, so who'd y'all vote for? I used to say that like around the 2016 election.
Really?
I used to just fuck with people.
That's
Be
funny.
like, hey, how's it going? Ryan, so who'd you vote for? And they're like, I'm like, I'm playing. And then I look at my friend and I go, I know who you voted for. And I walk away.
Tight.
I used to do that a few times.
I'm sure they love that.
They found it funny at the time.
Now?
I don't do it now. Should I? Should I bring that back? Should I start doing that?
Good.
Because what if someone answers and it's not like a fun answer?
You could make it fun.
You're right. You're right. I can. Hey, who'd you vote for? Yeah, the right choice. Huh. You can mean two things by that.
I'm gonna come.
Oh, God. Obama.
Yes.
Did you get soda yet?
Right?
I didn't. Let me see if I can find it. I didn't download it. It's just YouTube.
I can see it. The reflection. The giant ass screen.
So, Eric Andre, huh?
Oh.
What about him? What about him?
Everyone's all like obsessed with his new relationship.
I love that she just like
Can we go into Word on the Street?
openly.
Maya?
I love that she openly like dates super funny guys. Like they've all been comedians.
Who did she date before?
Pete Davidson.
Oh, he's so funny, dude.
He's hilarious.
And now Eric Andre.
Eric Andre?
Eric Andre. Eric Andres.
I mean, he did date Rosario Dawson before that, so we know the man's has game.
Who?
Eric Andre?
Really?
He was with Rosario Dawson for a long time.
Oh, wow.
Before she was with Cory Booker.
Hey, Chris.
Yeah.
Who'd you vote for?
Which election are you referring to?
The last election you voted in. Sorry. Presidential.
Better be good.
Oh, presidential. Okay, I thought you were talking about local elections. Actually, can I ask you what last local election you voted for, Ryan?
I don't remember their name, man. I'm not gonna lie to you. Hello. Hey, I'm not gonna lie. I don't remember her name.
Go Soviet Compass.
Huh?
Anyways, yeah, I voted for Biden. The last presidential election. Is that bad of me? Was that bad of me to do? Why does he look so intense in that frame?
Wait, how do I look?
You look like super intense.
Good intense, bad intense.
I think you look great.
No, I didn't say you look bad. You look good. But it looks like a Zack Snyder film.
Wax Wednesday, the Snyder Cut.
Can you turn it?
Put it in the title, Maya. Wax Wednesday, the Snyder Cut.
Turn it to.
Okay, right. So you gotta.
Like, put your hand where your face is, so you can see like the color tone. It looks like a Zack Snyder film, right?
There's something you need to know about me. I've never seen a Zack Snyder film, so I don't know how to reference.
You're a liar.
I don't know how to reference.
You haven't seen 300?
You're a liar.
You haven't
Never seen
Watchmen?
Dawn of the Dead 2004?
Nope.
Watchmen?
Oh, okay, yeah.
You saw Watchmen?
Yes. Okay.
None of his DC work?
What else is
Man of Steel, Batman vs Superman, Justice League, the Snyder Cut.
He wasn't there when we watched it.
I've seen Man of Steel.
It's Zack Snyder.
Okay.
Sucker Punch?
No, but I
Do
want.
you like Sucker Punch?
No.
I love Sucker Punch.
That's because you like bad movies.
Yeah.
Ooh, Chris. We were talking about
Sucker Punch is,
earlier.
wait, hold on. Let's not gloss over this. Sucker Punch is an objectively god-awful movie.
But why?
Wait, is it really objectively bad?
It's so bad.
yeah, a
It
lot of
looks
people-
bad.
a
The
lot of-
performances are
a
bad.
lot
The
of
writing's
people
bad. The
dislike it.
story's bad. Most of the main actors that were originally cast in it dropped out because of how bad it was.
Chris, do you agree with these points that Carlos is bringing up?
Yeah. But I like it. But it's fun. I find it very campy.
It is campy.
It is campy as
I'll
hell.
give you that.
But like, it's one of those things. It's like, what did somebody say? They were like, if John Waters made an action film, but like took out all of his tastes. That's what it was.
Yeah, so all the things that make a John Waters movie interesting are gone.
Well, yeah. Because it just sounds like a fever dream when you think of Sucker Punch.
It is definitely that.
Right there in the blue jeans, man.
But yeah, I think like Jennifer Lawrence was supposed to be in that, and like a couple other people that
Go down the street now.
were like,
Wait, Chris, I had a question.
He has to be in the shop.
Oh, that's right.
I can answer for you, for sure.
Well, I was just gonna bring up how we were talking about like, or I guess I was talking more about it. How like rewatching the film a second time, like really like makes you appreciate it more. And I was gonna ask him if he would watch Babylon a second time
think he
because we both
definitely would.
watched it together.
you know what movie I watched a second time and I was like, yeah, this movie actually does fuck the way that I thought it did. The Batman.
The Batman.
Ooh, the Batman,
The new one?
Michael Reeves.
The Batman. Matt Reeves, yeah.
Dude, I love how they engineered the score.
I watched it again and it's just as good as the first time I saw it.
It was giving me like not to compare it, but like it gave me the same vibe as is it called the Imperial March in Star Wars? Bum, 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 ba-dum,
Yeah,
bum. It was
it did have that vibe.
It was giving me that, but like it
more
still
minimal.
felt more minimal, but
It's like just two notes.
still more gritty.
Yeah,
Bum, bum.
Hello there.
it's great.
I love score, and I think that's why I love Babylon so much. I keep bringing it up. I'm sorry.
Who did the score?
I think his name's Justin
Yokohama?
Hurwitz. Huh?
It probably was Justin Hurwitz. I feel like he did La La Land too.
He did.
Yeah.
What did you say earlier?
I said Yo Mama.
Kind of mean.
Sorry.
It's okay.
We're competing for cold hard cash money. No, y'all are too young for that. Y'all don't remember the show Yo Mama with Wilmer Valderrama?
Whoa.
Yeah, y'all are too
Yo
young.
Mama jokes?
Yeah, that's what it is. It's like a rap battle, but with Yo Mama jokes instead of rap.
It was like Walden Out with Yo Mama.
Anyone
Kind of, yeah.
remember Silent Library?
It was terrible though. But Wilmer Valderrama would always be, "You're competing today for cold hard cash money." And he would always say,
I hope that guy's doing okay.
he's in that 90s show.
He is?
Yeah, they're all in that 90s show, except for Danny Masterson.
Regularly? Yo, you know what I've been wanting to watch?
Wait,
I'm also gonna watch this weekend. That Glee documentary. No, have you heard anything about it though?
No, of course not. Ryan.
I was a Glee in high school.
I know.
I was in show choir. No, I just love it because everybody that's alive today apparently like talked mad shit about Lea Michele. And this whole time Lea Michele was like, I didn't know you guys felt this way. When like everybody's made it.
Did they call her out for not being able to read?
I don't know.
Well, I mean, that's a thing that people are going that are running with.
No, I think she's trying to own the joke now.
Seems like it.
Because I think what's her name? I think it was Barbara Streisand. Or no, I think it was someone else. But like someone came out with like a book or like a play or something, and she was like, "Oh, I gotta learn how to read if I want to do this in time." And everyone's like, "It's not funny when you play a part of it." But recently she's been like, "I gotta brush up on reading."
But that's a good way to get people to stop making fun of you is by ruining the joke.
It is, yeah. But like everybody was like, "No, like she was a diva." Like a bunch of people of color on the show were like, "She was racist." Like she would say like, "I wish I could just like take your dirty wig off." Like she was awful to people.
Damn.
I think it was mostly like after the first season or after the first 2 seasons, like it just really got to her head. She was horrible.
That was fucking hard.
No. Sorry, no. I think the direct quote was like, "I just want to shit in her wig."
Whoa.
She said about a black co-actress.
Jeez. I don't know what Colin's referring to, but it's something that we have done or said or played is classy.
Classy. I think the only person who like.
Did I talk about this last week? The Pamela Anderson documentary?
No.
That's a good documentary.
The one on Netflix?
Yeah.
I'll check it out.
She's fucking badass.
Love a good doc.
Actually.
Love a good doc.
I mean, she was never not like, but I don't know. It really, you really get to see more of like who she actually is as a person and contextualize how she ended up where in the like type of like career that she had, you know. It's very interesting.
Can I suggest a doc?
Yeah.
Flea.
Flea?
Flee. It's just one word. It's on Hulu, and it's about, I forgot what year it's supposed to like this guy's talking about, but like this, I think he's Swedish. This Swedish guy makes a friend, and this guy's from he's not Russian. Maybe he's Russian. I forgot where he's from. Like somewhere like Eastern. And he's like fleeing his country because there's like a bunch of war. Like his family kind of makes it to like one country, but they treat him like horribly. So then they need to get trafficked safely to get to another place. And the entire interview to protect his identity is done animated. But it feels like they used the camera the entire time they shot the documentary, but to protect identities, they just drew over it. So it's like, here, lay down on this table, just close your eyes and explain to me your story. And it's animated like this dude laying down. And he's like speaking in his language. And he's talking about like when he had to flee his country because it was like war. And there's the part where it's like skips to the future to like present day, and you see like a living room just kind of like stagnant, and then it cuts to like real footage, and like you're actually in this dude's apartment. It's just covering his face for his identity, but it's a great documentary, very emotional, very eye-opening, and I think just the way they do animated storytelling as an aid, I think they do a great job. Fleet, yeah. I'm recommending it.
She's a high-class lady riding in her limo car.
Watch what?
Babylon. Because I was talking about how we saw Everything Everywhere All at Once, and it was my second time watching it, and second time it just hit so much harder. And I want to see if I will feel the same way with Babylon.
say she can get you going round.
What would you say Life Aquatic is to a West Side? Oh.
Babylon? Yeah, it looks like it.
Go down the red carpet, see her shine, she's a star.
Whoa.
And then he made Darjeeling Limited after that, which was also like not his most well received.
Yeah, same.
I love Darjeeling Limited.
That's what's cool about that. You know, it's like the director's being like, I have this clout.
I'm from 10 to 7.
Blank Check
She's in
with Griffin and David. There's a podcast called Blank Check with Griffin and David where they talk about exactly that, like directors that are given a blank check and like what they do with it.
sensual and musky.
It's a podcast about filmography. It's fantastic.
How sweet.
I still haven't seen Gemini Man.
Of course not either.
Is it true? It's the first movie. It's the first movie that was filmed. Like, I forgot what what resolution, but it was filmed in 60 frames.
She's a star.
Interesting. The whole thing?
Instead of the usual 24. Yeah.
It was the very first movie.
It was the first.
It was the very first movie.
Well,
no, I remember that being like a big
Peter
thing.
Jackson did that with The Hobbit. And he shot everything at like an insane frame rate and then selected the best 24 frames out of like the 120 that they shot or something like that.
Whoa.
That's something crazy, yeah. But it still got shown
really cool.
and was presented at 24 frames per second. But
Dope.
he went through every second of what they shot and selected the best 24 frames,
Have you seen
which is stupid.
Have you seen Baby Driver?
Yeah.
I was listening to a podcast that they had with the editor, and ever since I've heard that they did this on the set, I'm like, oh man, I would love to work on a set that does that. But like they would film previs like on set, like to give the editor reference, and then they would have the editor on set to like see like how things would like match with the beat, because Edgar Wright's very like actions to the beat and cuts to the beat. And so they would play the music that was used in the movie like live on set for the actors to interact with.
Yeah, wasn't that movie like written to the soundtrack?
Yes. And I just think it's cool how the editor was like, all right, everyone take like a 15. All right, let's do. Like, I don't think they would like really look through dailies. They would edit there on the spot to be like, does this scene work? Awesome, let's keep these 2 takes and let's move on. It just sounded like a very efficient way to like edit that movie. That's dope.
We're in Italy now, by the way, people. We've been in Italy for a couple of records.
Mamma mia!
I was hoping Colin would still be here for this one.
Shaking, my heart is breaking for you. Shaking, my heart is breaking for
I sent Chris a text earlier, and it was a link to a news article because I thought it'd be funny for a Wax Wednesday. And let me read you this headline. It says, so you remember when like it was going viral that Ben Affleck was like going around Dunkin'?
Yeah.
He was like serving people. This says Ben Affleck admits some Dunkin' Donuts customers were not pleased he was serving them, and it's giving peak Boston vibes. And then Ben Affleck recalls being cursed out while filming that Dunkin' ad for the Super Bowl. I think that's funny. How he's like, "Hey, how's it going? Hey, you want some donuts?" And they're like, "Come on,
Get the fuck out of here.
get the fuck out! Hey, you better not have none of my fucking donuts." Or imagine if he says like Matt Damon's line from got that movie, but he goes like, "Hey, here's your donuts. Hey, how about them apples?" And they're like, "You fucking kidding?"
What were we talking about? Oh, we're watching Boogie Nights.
Yes,
And
Boogie Nights.
I was like, do you think this was before or after the hate crime?
Oh, with Mark Wahlberg?
Yeah.
Oh, after.
Matt Damon. Yeah, it was way after. No, I don't know about way after. It was after.
It was after. I still haven't finished that movie, Boogie Nights.
Which one, Maya? Which one?
This camera.
Tell them what you got coming up. Thank you for coming around the world with us for a second week in a row. March 7th, Oasis Whiskey Library. Come see me. Get dressed up, walk the red carpet. I'll be playing all of my favorite music from films. We'll be talking more about it as it gets closer. But thanks for tuning in. It's been a good time. Hey, appreciate it.
Now you, Ryan.
Hello. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next week on Wax Wednesday when we'll have Cooper. Carlos Cooper's the name. Maybe me. We'll see. I don't know. Hello. Goodbye. Goodbye.